Guys, if you read the title, you already know where this video is going. I sold my Audi S4. It was a 2013 B8.5. We're on to bigger, better things here on the channel. Let's hop on the GoPro and let you guys know what happened, why I sold it, what's coming to the channel, what I plan to buy, my plans with that vehicle, and go from there. If you're new here to the channel, we're an automotive channel, obviously. I post any and everything literally automotive related. We're currently in my turbo 1987 Fox body. I have a 650 horsepower Duramax, a bunch of goodies. I mean, we got cool stuff. All my friends got cool cars, a bunch of interesting stuff here on the channel. So this is my little shameless plug. Feel free to check out the channel, subscribe, and stick around. But on to the topic of today's video. Yes, I'm not lying. I sold my S4 a few days ago. And it is nowhere even near me. It is down in Missouri. So about 16 hours. Scratch that. More like 12 hours. But the car's long gone. It's not coming back. And I'm kind of got mixed emotions about it. But like I said before, we are on to bigger and better things here on the channel. Don't mind me sweating. It is profusely hot in this Fox body. So yeah. Also guys, thank you. I hit 700 subscribers already. Big thank you to each and every one of you who subscribe, support me in all my endeavors. Means the world to me. We're so close to 1,000. We'll probably be there in a month or two, maybe a little longer, maybe a little shorter, who knows? But I am so thrilled, and seeing your guys' support just gives me more motivation to post videos, bump out content, and ultimately grow here on the platform. But back to the video. I'm actually going to be filming it today on the GoPro. Got the little head mount, be a little POV action here in the Fox. Little change of plans. We're actually rolling with the GoPro hat mount. I can't find the other part of my head thing. So we're rolling like this. I look a little goofy, and I always get a bunch of funny faces when I drive like this, but it's for the content, so you got to do it. Okay, so if everything is going right, you guys should be able to see me. We're in a little POV action, so let's get this thing started and talk about why I sold my S4. So I guess we'll just start off right off the rip. Why did I sell the S4? How long did I have it? And ultimately, what am I going to get in the future? So I bought the car actually 2 years ago today. From the day that I'm filming this car, I bought it 2 years ago. So I owned the car for quite some time. It was my second S4 actually. Prior to that, I had a B8, so a 2012 it was, that I had sold because I wanted a B8.5. So my S4 was pretty much, I'm not gonna say everything that you could do to the platform, because it was everything minus a boarded blower basically. So it was E40, it had the pulleys, the heat exchanger. The exhaust, the whole 9 yards. I mean, it was a very fun car, especially in terms of a daily driver. Like, it was the easiest way to put it is more than what I needed in terms of a daily. I didn't need all that. So that was the first reason I came to my senses basically and was like, I don't really need this. And then I started to think about selling it. Ultimately, what sold me on the car, or what sold me basically on selling the car, as weird as that sounds, I wanted a B9 S4. Seeing everything that all the guys like at 034 and IE and all them, the B9 S4 is blowing this platform out of the water in just about every way, shape, or form. The interiors are nicer, they're more reliable. You don't have to worry about the mech units going bad if you have a DSG car. Just all that stuff combined made me want a B9 S4 and kind of little by little fall out of love with my S4. Now don't get me wrong, I absolutely loved my B8.5, I still do, and I may still own another one in the future. Now, I'm already looking on Marketplace for another car because that's just how I am. But the timing was just right now. The market's at its like all-time high, and I figured I might as well capitalize and sell the car while I can still come out ahead. So I put 40,000 miles on the car, owned it 2 years, and I'm still selling it for more money than I paid for it initially. So that's kind of another reason on why I got rid of the car. As I hinted at earlier, I've been looking into B9s pretty heavily. I'm kind of waiting for the market to come down a little bit. I've been looking into B5 S4s. Even maybe like a 340i would be kind of cool. Just something that has ultimately more potential to be fast, which I know it kind of like goes against what I previously said about not needing a car that is as fast as the S4 was. But I mean, I kind of just had that car capped out as much as it'll go. And if I'm gonna build a car, I want it to have the potential to go farther. And if I can do that while being more reliable, I'm gonna do it. So as I previously said, I sold it to a guy out of Missouri. He was about 12 hours away from where I am here in Ohio. He actually gave me my full asking price for the car. No negotiating or anything. He saw it, loved it, fell in love. He's got plans of his own with the car. He's gonna wrap it, do all kinds of cool stuff in that regard. And maybe even wrap it the color that I had planned to do it, which is kind of cool to see. So in that instance, I'm happy for the guy. He got the car that he loved, or that he's been wanting. He's actually coming from a newer Camaro. I believe he said it was a 5th gen. Don't quote me on that. I think it was a 5th gen Camaro that's practically stock. On our little cruise and drive along in this first real time feeling the car, like when I got on it, he was in love instantly, the same way I was. I did that pool and I was like, oh my goodness, I miss driving this. And in that instant, I kind of had like regrets about selling it, but it is what it is. I did previously have plans to go like balls to the wall with the car, like even more than what I already had done. I wanted to do ported blower. I know the port injection stuff was coming out to the platform soon, so it would be full E85 capable, because as it currently sat, the fueling on our cars being direct injection just couldn't handle full E85. I don't know what the reason for that was or what caused it to be like that, but they just couldn't handle it. So I was gonna do that. And ultimately I wanted to shoot for low 10s in the car. The fastest I had gone in my car was a mid-11 on a very hot summer day when intake air temps were through the roof with a DA that was like 3,000. Just not really ideal, not really the ideal climate to be racing, especially in S4, as they're very prone to heat soak, and it was evident on that day because that car was very, very capable, and I'm sure in the right conditions it would easily run a 10. I do apologize if this video is kind of like all over the place too, or not like in an organized order. I'm literally filming this like on the fly and just kind of winging it with no real plan for the video. So everything's off the top of my head, and yeah, we're just full sending it, because that's what we do sometimes here on the channel. And when you're making videos, sometimes you just got to improvise and make some content, because why not? So obviously, other than being a newer car, what really sold me on the B9 S4 was just, well, literally everything. I mean, like I keep saying, they are beautiful cars. They're so capable. They're reliable. Maintenance isn't the worst on them. They're just a good all-around car. And I don't know, I just really want one. I've also been falling in love with B5 S4s little by little. I have a couple buddies with them, and the shop that's very close to me builds B5 S4s all the time. So, I mean, it's just more the reason to get one. I am very well aware of the reliability with those cars is not the best. Obviously, that car would not be a daily. If I got a B5 S4, it would be more like another fun car. And that's why I'm kind of not completely sold on that, because I don't really need another like all-out project car that can only be driven in the summer, or that only runs when it wants to run, or something like that. I have my hands full enough with this car. Now, granted, it's reliable as can be, knock on wood, but I just don't need two projects at once that are kind of needing my attention. I want a car that I can just get in, go, and call it a day. And that was another good thing about the S4, was I could get in it, I could go. It's just, I was falling out of love with the car, and there's no sense to really keep a car if you're not passionate about it. And like I said before, the market was at its high, and I don't know, I just sold it, and it was kind of on a whim, I know, because literally like 2 or 3 weeks ago I made a video about how my whole fleet, my entire car fleet basically was broken, and that kind of made me realize when I wasn't driving that car that I didn't really need it. I mean, during the summer months especially, I never drive the S4, and I never did. I never really wanted to, because when my Fox body's out like I'm in now, that's the car I want to drive. This car is my baby. It makes me happy in any situation. Like if I'm having a bad day, I can hop in this car and just go for a cruise, and it cheers me right up. Now, do I regret selling the car? Just a little bit. I can't complain in terms of the financial aspect of it. But the car as a whole is something that I loved. Like I said, I had it for 2 years. Did just about everything that I could do to it that I wanted to do, minus wrapping it. I wanted to wrap the car in a midnight purple and never got around to doing that. But in every other aspect of owning it, it was a good car. I always said for like under 25 grand, the B8.5 platform, whether it's automatic or manual, is more or less like the best bang for your buck car you can get. I mean, they can do it all. You can drive them year round. They're fast. In terms of like a German car, they are reliable vehicles, don't get me wrong. Maintenance costs aren't the worst. I've definitely seen other German cars that are way worse than that thing. What else about it? What else about it? Just a good all-around car. You get a nice luxury interior. My car had the black and red Magma seats. Looks like we're encountering some traffic, of course. Gotta love Ohio. Let me over, red truck. I don't want to cut you off there, buddy. Welcome to Ohio. It's like this every day. We're the construction capital of the world. Basically, I did everything I wanted to do with the vehicle, and I don't know if that was the main source of me getting bored with it, because there was nothing else to like look forward to. Because whenever I'm building a car, like even this, I'm always looking forward to the next step. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm very grateful for the stuff I have and like how it sits now, but it gets me excited to look forward to what's coming. And I think since I basically quote unquote finished the S4, I just kind of fell out of love with it. And on top of that, I wasn't really driving it as much, so I didn't really have a reason to be in love with it, if that makes sense. I don't know. I feel like it's just a bunch of factors going into the situation all at once that just, it happened the way it happened, and well, that's life. But yeah, I'm kind of just like rambling at this point, so I guess I better actually say something meaningful for those of you who are still here. So what's coming to the channel? What do I plan to do? Well, obviously I'll have another Audi or something cool at some point. So if you're, I know over like 50% of my subscribers are from the Audi, so you guys stick around. There is more Audi content on the way, whether it be mine or another person's Audi. I am going to be doing more of these like POV kind of videos, except they're going to be car reviews. Here, our local car scene, we have a bunch of cool stuff, and I have a ginormous list of cars to review, and I keep putting it off because my schedule and other people's schedules aren't aligning properly, or like some of the cars I was going to review are broken, blah blah blah. But when I get back from Mustang Week next week, I'm starting my car reviews. I'm making it happen because I'm very excited to do it. Let's start off the AC. Cars are getting a little hot, but I am making it happen. I'm looking forward to it, and I know a lot of you are as well. On top of that, I do still have the Fox body. I got big plans for this car. I do want to upload some more like dealership related content, because in my name Redline, that is my dealership, hence the name obviously. I want to get more dealership content on here for you guys, because some people really enjoy it, whether it be like the process of flipping a car from start to finish, how to sell a car properly, maybe how to actually start a business like that, if you guys are interested into that, because as car people, a lot of people actually enjoy the car business as a whole, whether you're on one end of the spectrum or another. It's cool to see how it works. Can upload videos on that. Obviously, I get access to all the dealer auctions, so I can give you guys some insight to that and upload some content regarding the auctions. Come on over, buddy. Yeah, these traffic jams just drive me nuts. And obviously, as you guys can see, it's not really the hottest, but my Mustang does not like traffic. And I don't like driving this thing in traffic because it's stick. And that sucks. I don't care. You manual tryhards can say all you want about it, but driving stick in traffic sucks. I don't care. So, going off my rant or blah, 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 the Audi's gone. I do miss it, don't get me wrong. Better stuff is coming here to the channel though, and I hope you guys are excited, or as excited as I am, to be making those videos. I know in regards to like the B9 and also the B5, there's not really too many creators with those cars, so it would be really cool to get those on the channel and start making content for those communities. I may also, I hate to spoil stuff, but I might be getting another B8 S4. here soon. I found an amazing deal on one that actually one of my dealer buddies is selling. I already checked out the car, and if we can come to an agreement on it, I'll probably be picking that up. I'm not sure what I would really be doing with that car because I don't want to keep spoiling stuff, but it's really, really high miles. So I think I can make some pretty interesting content with it. But yeah, that's just about it. Appreciate those of you who stuck around through all my rambling and reached the end of this video. I know it was like literally all over the place. I'm pretty ADHD if you haven't caught on to that already. So my attention is not the best, and I will go off on tangents for however long. But on that note, guys, I hope you're not too upset with me for selling the S4. At the end of the day, I'm gonna have another Audi, so you guys will have plenty of Audi content in the future. If you are new here to the channel, I do still have this 500 horsepower turbo Fox body, 650 horsepower Duramax. We got a dune buggy. I still haven't even uploaded anything with a dune buggy. All my buddies got cool cars, a bunch of Euro cars on the channel. Oh my God, this dude next to me keeps looking at me. Oh, it's so embarrassing having the GoPro on my face. But yeah, on that note, feel free to subscribe, like, comment. If you guys have any recommendations on what I should get next, drop it down below. If you haven't already, check out my last video. I bought a Fox body while I was in vacation down in Florida. Drove it home, and that really did not go to plan. So if you could do me a favor, go check that video out, like that, comment, help it blow up a little bit to make me feel a little better about that situation, because spoiler alert, it did not go to plan, and that Mustang is currently in pieces. So go me. But yeah, guys, for real this time, I'm heading out. Thanks for sticking around. Thank you. Big thanks again for 700 subscribers. I love how this car sounds, but big thank you for 700 subs. We're on the road to 1,000, baby. Let's get it, and let's keep grinding. You guys are family, and I appreciate it a ton. So